gain? Because we got a new gym floor.
Well, the process took a while. We've been working on getting the gym floor for probably since I've been here. It's a project that I wanted to do because it's so expensive to do. You know, it takes some time to put some money away to be able to finish the project. But the boosters also came through to be able to donated some money towards the project, which helped us get it finished. The process, probably getting the money and stuff, has probably taken about 5 or 6 years to do so. So the process to redo the gym floor is they have to come in with these big sanders, and they sand it down to the wood finish, clear back to the original wood finish, and then they start building it back up from there with stencils of the design that you pick. Then they paint that on, paint all the lines on that you want, the design that you want, and then they start finishing it with a polyurethane, and that's probably a 3-step process to get the finish over the top to protect the wood and protect the new paint job. Well, from the start of sanding until the project was done, it's about a 2-week process.
How do you like the new gym floor?
I like it. I think it looks really nice.
I like it a lot because the old one was kind of rough.
What's your favorite thing about the new gym floor?
How the 3-point line is darker on the inside.
Different colors.
Does it feel any different to play on?
Not for volleyball, but I think it will for basketball because it has more traction, but I just think that's because it's like waxed over.
It doesn't feel any different. It looks pretty nice, but it's all right.
We go to catch up with some seniors to see how ghosting works and what is ghosting and if they've ever been ghosted and how it made them feel.
Ghosting is like when this how like usually happens to me. Not happens to me, but like how I do it to people. I've never been ghosted, as you can tell. But ghosting is like if a girl or someone like has interest in you and be like, hey, what's up? And you're just like, nah. That's what I usually do. Just say, nah. Be polite.
It's when somebody tries to talk to you and then you just ignore them.
Ghosting is like when you're talking to someone and then you just, out of nowhere, just completely cut them off. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
So, I asked everybody who they ghosted, but nobody told me.
Too many to count. I just don't really fall in with that girl thing, man.
Because they're either bad at making conversation or they're unattractive.
Maybe they like are my type or just.
Because they were like a creepy 20-year-old man in my DMs and it was weird.
I was talking to someone else and I didn't want to talk to them anymore. Oh God.
Have you ever been ghosted?
Yes.
How'd that make you feel?
Very upset. But yeah, just very upset.
Was there a reason for them to ghost you?
Yeah.
Can you share the reason?
They were about 4 or 5 years older than I was, so.
Have you guys made any fall sports this year? Because I haven't.
Well, obviously with COVID, we were waiting on instructions on how that we were supposed to handle our capacities and how we would handle fans and concessions and those type of things, and then also how each sport would run individually has their own guidelines. We are limited to 15% capacity in all of our athletic venues. Just for instance, varsity football is about 58% of our budget. So if I only have 15% of the total capacity there, you can imagine how financially that one sport that hurts, because basically what we make in varsity football and varsity boys basketball. Those are the two highest revenue sports we have. They help pay for the other sports. So with limited capacity, it makes it difficult.
How have the people reacted to having to buy tickets online in limited capacity?
Well, it hasn't been a great reaction. And the problem, the hard part is that when you do it online like this, there's convenience fees that the company that offers it charges as well as the ticket price. So it's a little bit more expensive for people, but it's really the only way we can manage our capacities, and we know exactly how many people are in there.
Has coaching been difficult due to COVID?
Not really. We're still a tight group, and it kind of brings us closer together.
Yeah, it's just more things you have to worry about. We can't control, some of the things, but our team has taken the approach. Let's try to control the things we can control.
It was a little bit difficult at first, just because we didn't know what we were allowed to do and what we weren't, and trying to keep up with everything, and having all the parents ask questions when I didn't know any more information than they did. Like, we got the same information from the OHSAA or from the CDC at the same time, but trying to adjust how we run practices and everything based on that was a little bit stressful sometimes. I think the biggest changes that we've made is just working in smaller groups during practices, especially at the beginning when we didn't know what was going on. We did a lot of individual work or small group work.
At the meets, they sometimes don't allow fans. Sometimes they have areas of the course we can't go that's roped off. Athletes are supposed to wear masks until 5 minutes before the race. They're supposed to go to the start line, have masks on.
For us being outdoors, I haven't had to change a lot. We try to, even though we're outside, we still try to stay maybe a little bit further away. We try to maintain that 6 feet when we can.
What rules do you have to follow?
For volleyball, we're not allowed to share water bottles, and when we're on the bus or on the sidelines, we have to wear a mask.
We have to wear a mask up nonstop on the bench, and no pregame huddle.
You have to wear a mask when you're not on the field, and you have to stay 6 feet apart on the sideline. You can't hand the ball to the referee anymore. You have to give the ball to the center.
There aren't really much for golf because we're just we're outside most of the time, but most of the time they're just limited on spectators.
Normally in golf you exchange scorecards with other players. We no longer exchange scorecards. You just get one card at the beginning of the round, you keep everybody's else's, and then we just talk about the scores.
In the weight room, again, we've had to limit our groups this summer. We again had our groups down to just 12 to 16 lifters at a time, and then just the cleaning in general. We have to wipe down everything. We have to clean the yellow practice jerseys every night. We have to spray down the locker room and sanitize everything.
Let's talk wrestling.
Explain to me what happened at districts.
Okay, so I qualified for districts, and then I had this little thing on my stomach. I went to the doctor the week before, got a skin form for it. They said it wasn't ringworm, it's just a little spot on my stomach. So I got the slit for it. And then once I got to districts, we got through skin checks, and then the doctor on site ended up disqualifying me.
What it look like?
It just looked like a little pimple.
Why could they disqualify you, even though you had a slip from the doctor?
The doctor on site can overrule basically anything. So even though I had a doctor's note, they can still say no.
What were your raw emotions after the event?
I was really upset. Putting in the whole season of work, getting through sectionals, and finally making it to districts, to make my way into state, and then it just all ends just like that. Nothing I can do about it.
What happened going into state?
Last year, for our wrestling season, they canceled our state tournament the Thursday before state. So we wrestled all the way through the season, all the way through sectionals, districts, and then that Thursday before state tournament, they ended up canceling due to COVID. Thursday, we were supposed to have practice in here, and I sat in here, talked with the coaches, and I just cried. It was hard to describe the emotions I had going through, but looking back at it now, it's a learning experience.
How do you progress with the new circumstances?
Right now, you just have to keep looking for the positive, for the winter sports and like especially wrestling, looking for the positive and having a season and being able to keep training and everything.
Here's everything you need to know about homecoming this year.
Hi, I'm Andrea Jacobs. I am the 5th grade intervention teacher at Indy Link Middle School, but I am also the student council advisor.
How many years have you been in charge of student council?
I believe this is my 7th year.
How is homecoming going to be different this year?
It will be, I'm trying to make it as normal as possible, but unfortunately we're not able to have a parade this year, which I know is a big disappointment to a lot of people. We are going to have a homecoming court announcement, but it will not be during the football game. We're going to have a separate event the night after the homecoming game on Saturday, September 26th at 7 o'clock. Classes will still make floats, and we will have them on the track, and the girls will still be in their convertible cars, and we'll kind of circle them around together, and then the girls will still walk across the field with football players as escorts, and the band will be playing before and after.
Is there going to be a homecoming dance this year?
We would love to have a dance. Right now, that answer is no for the fall. We are looking at possibly like late February or March.
How did you feel when you received the rose?
I was really excited but kind of nervous at the same time. I was really excited and I was happy that I got to get it from my brother. I was very excited and surprised.
I was really excited. I was kind of confused at first because I didn't know whether or not I was supposed to stand up, but I was excited.
I was really excited, kind of like, wow, it's me. I didn't really think it was going to be.
What are you most looking forward to?
Making new friendships with the people on the court. Just to get all dressed up, I think. Probably walking across the football field.
I'm looking forward to getting closer with the girls and just spending time with each other.
I'm excited to get to know all the girls better, and then I'm really excited for Saturday night when we get to ride in the cars around the track.
Monday is social media day, or what's your favorite meme? So get creative. I'm feeling a little lost today. What's the theme? Tuesday's Tourist Day. Wednesday is Class Shirt Day or Jersey Day. Thursday is Throwback Thursday. Friday is Laker Pride Day.
Go
Lake!
Lake!